And guys, it's natural for someone to be nervous because at the end of the day, it's something very important, right? It's something that you want to achieve and all of that. But when you're nervous, your brain don't function like it's supposed to. So you see, if you can relax, all the hard work you put in, it will come back to you guys. But you have to relax. Just relax. Take your time. Don't get frustrated or anything. I see a question where you think if you know, but because you don't know it, you're going to worry up yourself and fret. No, man, not do that. Just leave out that one, move on to the next one. Sometimes you will see something down at the bottom where actually give a hint to how that one they do. When I was doing exam, that happened to me already. You see something, and me never remember it. I'm go down and I read the question and so, and then boom, me remember exactly what it is. But you have to just relax, guys. There's no need to panic, no need to do nothing like that. Just relax, relaxation. You know, easier said than done, you know, because you still have to worry, but there's no need to worry. All right, it's not that serious, trust me. All right, let's go, guys. So today I want you to be active. Let me get a calculator. We need a calculator. But most of the part here are actually calculator, right? So it says using a calculator, otherwise determine the value of 5.25 divided by 0.15. What's the answer for that, guys? Let me change this to black.
I got 5.265.
5.2?
265.
All right.
I got 350.
You got 350?
Yes, I want to double check though.
I think it should be a big number, you know, because watch out, it's a small fraction, 0.015. I divide into 5. You know how many of this they're going to take 1? I think the big number correct.
Sir, I got 350.
350. Yeah, it's supposed to be a big number. I think.
Is it divide or add?
I think you think you're adding, you know, yeah.
Oh, because it's a bit foggy, that's why.
Oh.
I thought it was addition.
I'm gonna have to zoom it up quite a bit. Yeah. All right. And guys, you can see that they're kind of easy, right? They basically give you these marks to kind of make you relax. You realize that? All right. What about this one? What is the square root of 6.5025?
2.55.
2.55. All right. You guys would have to put this in the calculator and then correct it to 3 significant figures. That shouldn't be hard. Let me get my calculator. Just one work them out, guys. Just give me 2 minutes. All right. So it's the square root. Everybody knows if I find them square root on them calculator by now of 6.5025. Oh, something left on the calculator already, you know. 6.5. What you guys got?
15.7.
15.7. What's the entire number?
I'm going to look. I know a 0 was after the 7, so I kept it at 15.7.
Okay. Yeah. So give me the answer again. The one you cannot find. I don't like
I
that
got
one.
15.7, but the exact number is, let me look back.
And they did say 3 significant figures. All right. This one now say Concrete tiles are made using buckets of cement, sand, and gravel mixed in the ratio. Remember ratio from primary school? 1 to 4 to 6. All right. How many buckets of gravel are needed for 4 buckets of cement? Who wants to take on that one?
24.
24.
Yeah.
All right. So what? Let me see the mixture. You have cement. So cement are 1. And then you have sand. That are 4. As you know, say it other matter, right? And then you have gravel, which is 6. And then say if you have 4 buckets of cement, which is this. Oh, gravel. Yeah. So gravel should be 6 times whatever cement is, right? Everybody see that? So the ratio is 1 to 6. That means gravel is 6 times whatever the concrete, the cement is, right? So if it's 2, it would have been 2 times 6. So since of 4, yeah, you are correct. Well done. We are running tonight, you know, guys. Try keep up, all right, guys? Well done. All right, if 20 buckets of sand are used, 20 buckets of sand now, how many buckets of each of the following? So cement, gravel. Let me write it back down here so I may have more space. Go ahead and write it out, guys. Anyone?
I got 5 buckets for cement.
Five buckets of cement?
Yes, and 30 buckets for gravel.
Yeah. Guys, I see answer here. What did they do to get the 20? They multiply by 5. Remember, it's proportional, right? So anything when you multiply by, to give you this, you have to expand each one of them by the same thing. So you are perfectly correct. All right. So gravel, it'll be 6, 5, 30. And cement would be 5, because it's 1 times 5. Because what happens, when you break down all the ratios, you're supposed to get back this, which is 1 to 4 to 6. All right. Everybody cool with that? I think it's pretty straightforward if you set it out and so. All right. Let's go. See, the cash price of a laptop, I'm not hearing Shama, you know. The cash price of a laptop is $1,299. It can be bought on hire purchase by making a deposit of $350 and 10 monthly payments of $120 each. What is the total hire purchase price of the laptop?
$1,550.
Any someone poorly, man. Where are going with you? 1,000 how much?
$1,550.
1,550. Everybody agree with this?
Yes, sir.
All right. So basically, the deposit, that's how you carry on. First, we get the trust. So that's a part of what you pay. And then we are going to pay 10 monthly payments of 120 each. So that means we're going to multiply the 120 by 10, because at 10 months, you're going to pay on that. So we have to add that. No. So then you go into yeah. So when we add this, when we multiply this times this, it's gonna give us 1,200. Renee, correct. Everybody see that? Just remember, guys, hire purchase is equal to the deposit plus the total monthly installment. So we add this, we get 1,550. So 0, 5, 5. How much is saved by buying the laptop for cash?
$251.
$259 or $249?
$251 I got.
Oh, $251. Yeah. At the dollar make 1,300 and then yeah. So guys, all we do is just subtract, kind of freestyle. All we do is just subtract the total hire purchase from the cash from the total hire purchase. It's the difference. And that would see how much you save. And we know so once you buy cash, you're supposed to save compared to hire purchase. Alright, I'm glad you done that page. So guys, this would have worth 12 marks. Do you guys think we'd have gotten all 12? I think so. I think so, guys. I don't think there was nothing. Can I set up the two number one behind each other? Because you know it already. This one is more cleaner, guys. So I'm glad I left that page there. So let's go. He said, and guys, you realize how them do it? Using a calculator, otherwise calculate the exact value of 2.67 times 4.1 bracket minus 1.3 square. So it's all the decimal, it's going to be about square root, square, multiply, those kind of simple stuff that we know, guys. So I'm expecting everyone to get maximum marks on those. I know I'm not expecting too much. I just set in 2 persons and they're not adding. What's happening? What's happening soon?
Sir, 9.257.
I don't work them out, you know, guys. I'm depending on you guys to tell me the answer. So if that's what you got and everyone agree, then we can say yeah. All right. But I just basically get the questions, put them together. I haven't gone through it as yet. I think I need to start with that.
9.257.
But sometimes, guys, I don't have the time, honestly. Because I literally just finish a class and then I just come in. Where is Samaya Bennett? Samaya Ann? Not Shamaya, you know, Samaya. No. I see them doing something in the group, you know, but
Sir, is it 9.257?
I don't know. I'm gonna work it out now. All right, so we square this. This is supposed to give me 1.69 because 13 times 13 is 169. That part here now, I'm punching on my calculator. All right, just give me a second. So 2.67 times 4.1. That part work out to 10. That part work out to 10.947. Can I stress this C-sec? But you know me that do piece of the paper here today though. For my channel. Yes, I remember, you know. So it's 10.947 minus 1.6. And that's 9.257. I think you guys were saying 9.275. Or me make the error.
9.257.
Yeah, 257. Yeah. We get the same thing. Well done. You see, guys, when you can't get answer right, so we're not afraid for calm, man. Calm. We got this. We got this.
Sir, where I get the 1.69 from?
Okay. Somebody can tell her for me. Where did we get the 1.69? Anyone?
You squared 1.3
Yeah.
by multiplying 1.3 by 1.3.
Yeah. Because remember they say 1.3 square, which means 1.3
Sir.
multiplied by 1.3.
Sir.
All right, Deji, pardon. All right.
So I was
Oh no,
asking
guys.
if you could do over that part for me, please.
Which part exactly? You have a calculator? Punch it in your calculator, man.
Yes, sir.
That's what I did, you know. I just know that 13 times 13 is 169. So I kind of do that part out of my brain. But the other part is my calculator. So you put bracket, same as how them have it, you can do it. Bracket, I want you guys to try bracket 2.67 times 4.1. Bracket minus 1.3 and you square it. Notice them say using a calculator otherwise. I would suggest the calculator because then don't expect you to sit down and multiply out them here and put in a decimal point just like that without punching it in a calculator. That will take about 5 minutes and it's just 3 marks. All right. So use a calculator for the part that you well, basically everything. Once you understand how to use a calculator, you should be fine. So you work it out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. All right. So let's go. Let's go. As you notice, I'm step up with the game because I'm militant mode. So it's a Mr. Harry who lives in St. Kitts is planning to travel to Barbados. A travel club offers the rates shown below. So Petty's Travel Club holiday in Barbados, and it's a return airfare US $356 and hotel accommodation US $97 per night. Calculate the total cost of the airfare and hotel accommodation. Hi, good night. Yeah. All right. This one check for the thing for you here. Yeah. Dark as me and guys. Too much light in my eye. All right. So it says calculate the total cost of the airfare of the hotel accommodation for 3 nights using the rates offered by Petty's Travel Club. I did something because I was working this. I am not sure if that's what they mean, you know. But for those of you who travel, when they say like return airfare, I like to travel to and from, right? Travel to and then back home. That's what airfare means, like return airfare. Or is it you have to pay one money go and one and then another 356? I'm thinking it's 356.
Same, sir. That's what I did.
Oh, I'm in a traveling now, guys. In a travel. Yeah.
Same, sir.
All right, what you guys got?
$647.
Same, sir.
How much?
$647.
647. You up yourself, no matter but. All right. So we know that it's what 356. You pay, you go and come, and then you have $97 per night. So that means a one night. So we times it by 3. 3 nines 27. No, 3 sevens 21. Hold it down. So this is supposed to be 21. And then 3 nines 27 under 29. So 6 and 1 7 and 5 14 and 1 647. All right. So we basically got the same thing, which is 647. Well done. And that's US, right? Because they gave us it in US, so it's 647 US dollars. Well done, guys. Well done. All right. Here comes the and that was worth 3 marks. And they say no. Another travel club advertised the following package deal. Angie's Travel Club holiday in Barbados. 3 nights hotel accommodation plus return airfare. Oh, so this is an all-inclusive. And it's Eastern Caribbean, 1,610. Anybody there here from Barbados? Oh, not tonight. All right. All right. It says calculating US dollars the cost of the trip for 3 nights as advertised by Angie's Travel Club. What do we do from here? After we get all of the information. What's the approach, guys? How do we approach?
Is it that because $1 US is equal to 2.70 Eastern Caribbean, is that you divide that into the $1,610?
I'm gonna ask you back. Would that be it, Jamila?
Well, I divided it and I got 596.2 something.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is, right? Because if they told us that $1 US is equivalent to 270, yeah, and since we have Eastern Caribbean, we'd have gone through this when we're doing consumer arithmetic, right? So if you want, you can set it up fancy for them, you know, 1 US equal 2.70. And guys, even if you don't remember some formulas, you can reason out this, you know. So since this would be the Eastern Caribbean, and since we get this, we know say it's either one out of two things. Either we are going to multiply or so. But if 1 US make all of 2 of this, that means that number here can't be bigger than this, you know, because if 1 US, so for every $1 US, they're gonna get $2.70. So even if you're not so sure how to do it, you can reason it out from that standpoint here. All right, and then you can cross multiply. So it will be 2.7x. We now have to put the 0, right? Equal 1,610 times 1. And then we know eventually we're going to divide by the 2.7. Let's just say you got 5 much. When you divide it, what you got?
Sir, 569.29.
569.25.
298.
I got 596.
347. What is that?
Sir,
No.
you round it off is
596 instead of
Personal
5.
information.
They raised it off to 30 cents, right? That's what you guys are saying. A money, so it should be at least 2, so 30 cents. Agree?
Sir, it's 596.
Yes, it's
596.
596.
Oh. So who said 569? I'm sure I'm not the figure, guys. What I deal with? All right. So which is cheaper? Because this is no US, right? So we can actually compare this to the first one, which was 647. Right? So 647 US. This one was Eastern Caribbean, but we convert it. So it's 596 and 30 cents. So which would you suggest you go? Stay giving the reason for your answer. Which travel club, Petty's or Angie, has the better offer? 1 more. Who have a better offer, guys?
Angie's
Angie's, sir.
Yeah. And then you can probably tell them by how much money it's cheaper by. And that's it. You get your 1 more. All right. It says no, for 4, it says the Eastern Caribbean, 1,610 charged by Angie's Travel Restaurant includes a sales tax of 15%. Calculate the cost of the trip for the 3 nights before the sales tax was added. How do we approach that? Clear the space, clear the space. I'm gonna need this.
So I got 1,400.
Work it out, guys, and tell me.
I got 1,400, sir. But going to double check.
1,400.
Yes, sir.
That would be correct. Everybody understand? Don't forget the 1,400.
No.
Reason it out. So what they did was they added 15% tax, right? So in all, it means that. Hold on, guys. Let me little boy come on. Let me see my fix. Hold on, guys. Just give me a second. Let me put general, you know. So that makes things go to them. All right. So what it is, as I was saying, so basically what it is, we gonna take 15% increase tax. So in all, if you have originally 100%, and according to the teething government, you pay a tax of 15%. So in all, you're actually paying 115%. That's what tax is, you know, guys. Sometimes my students say that can't work, but it can work, guys. It can work. Right? So what it is 115%. We don't know what the number is, but we multiply this by a number, right? We could call it A. But we know the result is this. What was it again? 16? Yeah. We know the result is 1610. Everybody see the reasoning there? Because what is 15% define of the number and then add it, right? So we can just say that means it's a total of 115% times a number, and the result is this. So after you increase it by 15%, these are the results. So you want to find out which number when you put you find 115% of it, give you this. And we know the shapes already. We transpose, so we have 1610. And guys, don't worry, you will get the tape. Because this is being divided, we multiply. So we take the inverse and then we divide by 115. Which gives us exactly 1,400. So the original number before the tax, exclusive of tax, was 14. The other 15%. So what you guys can do, find 15% of this and see if it works out to 210. Because that's what it increased by. And you got a further 11 marks.
Yes, sir, it worked.
Yeah. So everybody understand the reasoning, because that's important to me, that you actually understand it, because these are very common questions to. All right, somebody say, what year paper this? This is a mixture of years. So it's a mixture of years, guys. What I do, I look for the different type questions where more frequent. Sometimes the students find more challenging or just something different. I've been doing that a lot lately, and I think it's, you know. All right. So this is algebra, relation, functions, and graph. And it says the table below shows the corresponding values of x and y for the function y equals 3 over x. Copy and complete the table for the function. We're not going to draw that something to do, you know. You guys can draw it. So I guess you're going to do the table part. But I thought this was a bit different, or they set it up, so that's why I wanted to do it. Normally they would give you like y equal to x plus 3 or whatever, and you have it. Yeah, but this one was a little bit different, so that's why I chose this one. Guys, it's a series of questions. Marathon, me have, only in Lorenzo. I don't know what else is that. Do it same I don't know Zoom. Okay. What's for 0.5, guys?
6.
6 you got?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you got?
Yes, sir. I got 6 as well.
All right. How you got it? So since y equal 3 over x, right? That's the formula how we're gonna get all of them. So x would be 0.5. So all we do to get y, we just divide by 0.5. Everybody see that? All right. What would be the for 3? What would go here?
1.
1. As it's gonna be 3 divided by 3, right? Because look, we know that the original formula is 3 over x. X are 3. So 3 divided by 3 are 1. What about this one now? 5. Oh, 0.6. Everybody understand what we are doing, right? What would be for 5?
Sir, 1.6.
Why me not feel like a 1.6?
What 0.6?
You think of 0.6 because the x for that 3 for that top, right? And then the x value. The x value that be 5. So remember, these are the formula. So it's gonna be 3, but x itself is gonna be 5. You see? So remember, y is equal to 3 over x. 3 over x. So y x, so the value of x is gonna be 5. So that's in the denominator. That's why I kind of choose it, because I thought it was a little bit different. Anyway, guys, everybody must know how to draw curve. So what you'd have done, you'd have plot the x versus the y. I'm wondering how this would look. And then give you the scale, then so use 2 centimeter for 1 unit on the x-axis. So you know it have a broad and 1 centimeter. So that use the double something. 1 centimeter represent 1 unit on the something. And then you do your thing and read it off of that. Everyone should know how to drawing graph. And it asks some probability. So but anyway, that's a long story short. Let's look at B. Right, f of x. I think I'm gonna need a calculator for this. I think you guys need a calculator for that part here. Right, f of x equal 3x squared minus 5x plus 1 in the form a bracket x minus h over 2 plus k, where a, h, and k are constant. Who can tell me what topic this is?
Sir, is it functions?
Technically a function, but it's completing the
Inverse variation, sir.
yeah, basically it's completing.
Sir, is it completing the square?
Yeah, completing the square. So we know what the rules are already, right? I've been doing that on my channel for the longest while. Hopefully you guys are tuning into that. 2, 4, 8. So this is basically 8 marks. Could you guys get the 8 marks? All of this? Of course you could. But normally it's a kind of an easy number, but this one is a bit challenging in terms of, you know, the 3 and all of that. So you would actually need a calculator. So are you guys trying? I'm gonna give you a, Johnny, you say I'm lost. 1934, what? Johnny, you have to talk, you know, because I'm just seeing the message. And I'm not sure if it's this one you're talking. Yeah, probably this one, you know. Or the one is
Up
the
at the
3/8.
table, with the table, up at the top section.
What
But
are
when
they
you, when we watch the recording, when you finish though.
No, man, we can, guys, we get 1 minute. All right, remember, you know, guys, what I always say, you can actually use the one them with them give you to kind of know what I want. So you can use trial and error to get it. You understand? So what it is now, to get the y, this is the formula to get y, because normally them smart, them kind of switch it up a bit. So y you really have find. In all of them, y you have find, you see? So if we find y, what we do? We take the corresponding x value and use that to divide 3. Right? So say for example, the first one, they give you x equals, you know, see x equal 0.5. So x has 0.5. They told you that x is 0.5. So because when x is 0.5, you put 3 at top and you put 0.5 right there. I think because the guys had said it, I didn't wrote it. But I did wrote it. Yeah, so 3 divided by 0.5, that will give you 6. All right, let's look at this one now, because you could also use this one as trial and error, right? So y is equal to, this is the formula, 3 over x. This time x is 1. Where do we go from here? X is 1. So that means you put 3 over 1. And you get your 3. So your 3 here, 1 divided by 3 give you 3. So you will do the same thing for this one. When x are 5, it will be 3 over x. But the value of x is 5, so it's 3 over 5. Which works out.
Get it now.
All right. Yeah. The reason I go back up because you have others who will get it, but they're not brave. You understand? Guys, we have exam in 2 days. You have to be brave. There's no need to be shy or anything.
Before you move on, so say the question says you're supposed to find x, sir, and not y.
Well, technically, you know, x is domain, so I don't think it could work that way based on the form. Unless if them do that, you'd have to transpose the formula here. And probably put this over 1 cross multiply. Yeah, that could probably work. 3 1s 3, and then so that's basically 3 over y. Yeah, we'd have to transpose this and make x the subject of the formula in order to find x. And then they would have to give you the y value. And then you take it from there. So. But remember, you know, the domain is normally given because they don't want everybody to draw their own thing. That is why they give you the scale, because everybody is expected to have the same graph in the exam. What about the long and tedious one here, guys? 3x Some people have the minus something over 2a. You guys probably can do it that way, but I prefer to do it the long way. Work it out and tell me what you guys got, and then we can compare, all right?
So I worked it and got 3x minus 5 over 6 squared minus 13 over 12.
13 over 12. All right. I realize that persons are a bit scared of this one, but let's see if we can match it up here. That's what, minus 5x plus 1. This one is kind of tricky. So what we do, we bracket out the x terms first, right? Next, we factor out any number in front of the x term. So like we have the 3, we factor out the 3. All right? 3 into that leave x squared. I'm going to write decimal, all right? We could put 5 over 3, you know, but sometimes better may use the decimal. So what we're going to do, we're going to divide 5 by 3. So 5 divided by 3. That's 1.6. All right, let me just round it up to 1.67.
Excuse me, sir. So why you take out the 3?
Because the coefficient must be 1. You know, if you notice in this, the coefficient have to be 1. So we have to take out it and make it be 1, and then you can, basically what we are going to do, factorize. But in order to factorize it, have a condition, right? So what we do, we're going to half this, take a half of this and square it. So you see how it's going to be challenging. As them not give a nice little number where you can just slide through it. So what it is now, we need to put in a third term. But the condition is it must be a half of this and square. So you find a half of 1.67 divided by 2, and then you square it.
Sir, where you get the 1.67?
Repeat.
I was asking where you get the 1.67 from.
Oh, I divide 5 by 3. Because remember, if you factor out this, when you multiply it, you're supposed to get back the same thing, right? So 3 into this goes 1 time, 3 into 5 goes 1.67. Or if you want to run it off to 1 decimal place, I don't think they would penalize you.
Okay, sir.
And then the next condition is you find a half of this and square it. So the next step is to divide 1.67, negative 1.67 by 2.
Minus 0.835.
Yeah, I just get that. So let's go down again. Guys, I did say it was tedious. If you haven't learned this, just focus on the rest of stuff, you know. Because it have a lot of steps too. Alright. So as Renee said, minus 0.835. And then now we're gonna square this. So we could do that. This one is a bit tough, guys. Alright. I did say it was a bit tough. And then now, guess what? You have to minus 3 times whatever this result work out to be. So I could work out this. Any number square will be positive still. So we have 3x squared minus 1.67x. So now we are going to square this. So 0.835.
Sir, how did you get the negative sorry, how did you get the negative 0.83 there?
All right. Guys, as I say, it's kind of tough. If you never did before, chances are you're not get it in a 2 days, guys. But let me just answer the question nevertheless. All right, so you're asking, oh, I got the negative 0.183. We divide this by 2. What negative 1.67 by 2? That gives me the 0.83.
Sir, isn't that you divided the 5 by 2 as well?
By 2? No. I divide 5 by 3.
Oh, by the 3. Oh, it's whatever is outside the bracket divided 5 by the 3.
Which is
okay.
This.
Oh.
Guys, this is not the easiest example because you see, if you have like 2x squared plus 4x, then you could have seen the steps. But because of decimal, it can be a little bit confusing.
I understand this step, so because I always do it with the 2x square. So that's why yeah.
When we square this, what would you get? 0.6. Oh yeah. 0.697. Why do we have all of the numbers? And then a plus. So next, you have to take out where you put in, right? So the value of this is not just 0.697225. It's 3 times this. So that's why I subtract out this to balance the equation. Guys, I did say it was tough, you know. I didn't say it was gonna be easy. Notice it's worth 2, 4, 8 marks. 8 marks is not easy to obtain in CSEC. So I'm gonna multiply 3 times this now. I could have round it off, you know, guys, but I'm just, because so many persons asking the question, I just kind of put everything. So it will be 3.0, 3 times 0.6972, which work out to 2. I'm gonna round off this to 2 decimals, please, just to. So it's 0.9, or I could make it be 1, please. All right, so that's when I multiply this. And the final step now is to factorize this. But there's an easy way to factorize it, right, Hakeem? There's an easy way to factorize this. Whichever number we had square, that would be the factor, right? Because we need 2 numbers. When we multiply the 2 numbers, it gives us 0.8. No, when we multiply them, it gives us 0.6925. And when we add them, it gives us negative point this. Now it would have been this number. So we have x, and both of them will have a minus. So x minus 0.83. And then we drop the rest of things around it. This works out to 3.09. 1 and 2 over 3. Guys, it's tough. I'm not gonna deny that, all right? Because it's decimal. If I had the time, I would have shown you guys some easy way. Or like when we have 2x squared plus 4x plus 8, right? So this would be that. And to get the max, and that is just 2 marks, you know. To get the minimum value of f of x and the value of x for which f of x is minimum. That are basically they want the minimum turning point. So it will be the positive of this 0.83 and 3.09. It's a parabola, you know, guys. So it's supposed to be like the lowest point on the graph. This one is a headache. The question here itself. But it's a very nice topic, but I guess this year they kind of set it. They kind of set it the way they, all right? And then they must solve the equation. Renee, you solved the equation already?
Yes, sir. I use the quadratic formula, but all right. So for that one, I got x is equal to 1.4 and x is equal to 0.2. If the quadratic formula, you can use it for it.
Yeah, man, it's have to use because guess what? We can't use the factor method. 3 ones are 3. We can't find nothing to give it -5. So we have to use the quadratic formula, guys. Everybody know how to do it? Because we don't even have the space for that right now.
Sir, for the final answer, we have 3x minus 0.83. We left off the square.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, this is supposed to be squared. And see there, it up here. So thanks, Ren.
Yes.
See it up here. So this is the form, right? Yeah, this is the form that we put it in. It's much easier now, guys, but it's when a decimal like this is kind of cranny. For you to be learning it for the first time and learn decimal, it's kind of rough. I'm not gonna lie, because you know so many things happening. But what you can do, guys, you can check out my channel when I have them here completing the square, so you know the rule.
Bombo.
And hear that. So guys, we now get to work out that part here, but use the quadratic formula. It's gonna be on your sheet. Everybody know if you use this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all over 2a. So this is what we have to use and say a equal 3, b equal -5, and c equal 1. I've done this several times with my students. I know they can do it. All right. So let me just write where Ren get. Where you got Ren? X equals
1.4 and x equals 0.2.
all of them positive, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Believe our guys. They're on the next level. All right. So work it out, guys. Not know, you know. Well, you not know. Just work it out and we can go back to that. All right. Guys, don't watch your numbering because it's a different papers and stuff. But some persons were saying that they don't like the sequence, so I say make I include it. All right. So you say the first 3 diagrams in a sequence are shown below. N equal 1, N equal 2, N equal 3. In your answer booklet, I don't know which booklet that, draw the 4th diagram in the sequence. And then do the table. How the 4th diagram look, guys? Anyone?
Sir, for 4, it will be 10 squares.
Oh, so you look on it. That makes sense, you know. 1, so you say 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That make a lot of sense. That make a lot of sense, guys. I'm not gonna draw it though. But what I can show you, drawing is not my best song. What I normally do, I would frame out this. So first, we know so this, this, right? What they did, they add 1, so they might add 3, you see? Then I would frame out this one, which is this, that one, right? So I'm gonna come, so boom, 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 boom. I would frame out this and see what them do. Them add 1 here, so them add 1 here, so them add 1 here. So you see? So now that's what I'm gonna do. Just add 1 here, so add 1 here, so add 1 here, so. You don't need no bag of chatting.
Sir, this is a similar question that was given on PEP, so we're
Yeah,
gonna answer
yeah.
this later.
I don't
Yeah, guys,
quite
she
get
just
this
did.
one.
Yeah, man, that's correct. See?
Sir, can you go back over that, please?
For the pattern?
Yeah, and how you get why you put the 10 years so and all of that.
All right. Well, Imani said I should put it, and it makes sense, right? I think she counted the squares. I never even made it that way there yet before. So she counted the squares. This is 1 square. Now this will be 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. So she kind of discern and see they're adding 3 squares because this works out to 7. As I say, I never even made it that way. I just kind of look at the pattern itself. But not all minds think alike. You see that? So this is 7. So she's saying it should be 10. But how you are going to arrange it 10 is based on the pattern, right? So this is 1. So what I do, I look for the 1. I said this is the 1, another 1, right? This. And then they add 2 around it. So they add 3 around it. They add 1 up there, so 1 there, so only down here, so them not put none, right? So what I do, I frame out this in a this. If that makes sense, I don't know if it makes sense, you know, guys, but that's how me do. So I frame out this. And so I write them up this.
Yeah, 3 square.
This was figure 2. And then them add 1 here, so add 1 there, so add 1. So clearly you can see that the pattern. So what me that do now is just add 1 up here, so that if me I draw it over here, so you know, but me not do it. That's not me strong something, guys. So me not go by a stress myself for that. But if I exam, yes, me I go draw it. But with this, you see? So this is what the figure 4 would look like. And it's 2 marks. You see it now?
Yeah.
All right. Guys, we just have to think, be open-minded, all right? Because the pattern, we don't know what they're going to come with. So we just have to, yeah. As somebody say, I know only an iPhone, but iPhone say basically adding 3 to each pattern. But how you add the 3, it actually matters, right? 1 at top, 1 to the left, 1 to the
Sir,
left.
10 is 28.
Understand? Oh, you work out them here already? Okay, okay. All right. Make do this step by step. What's A? All right. It says the table below shows the number of squares in each diagram. Okay. And 1, number of square was 1. We see that already, right? 2, we got 4. 3, we got 7. 4, we got how many squares would be in 4? So that's A. And then for 10?
10.
Yeah. I just add 3, right? But could we find a formula that works in terms of n?
Yes, sir.
What's the formula?
3n minus, let me see, 3n minus 2. That's what I got because n is the nth term. If you use for the first one, if you plug it in, 3 by 1 gives you 3 minus 2 gives you 1.
Yeah. Let me show you how me approach that one here. Nobody never teach me, you know, so I don't know but it works every time. What I look at these numbers. Right? So each time them adding 3. From 1 to 4, you add 3. From this to this, you add 3. So I know that 3, you multiply 3 times n. So what I do, I use the first one and say, boom. I'm going to do operations here. So the first one I'm going to be 1. I'm telling you how me do it, you know, guys. You know, after this. So 3 ones 3. So we are at 3, and then I need to get to 1. So I'm thinking if you have 3 and you need to get 1, you have to minus 2. So boom, the formula, you guys would have seen me do it on YouTube already. So it will be 3 and minus 2. And then what I do, I kind of check it for all of them. 3, 2, 6, 6 minus 2, 4. 3, 3 is 9, minus 2. 4, 3 is 12, minus 2, 10. What about this one now? What's for B? Somebody said 28, and I totally agree.
13.
So they gave us n this time, right? So we know that it's going to be 3 times 10. Everybody following? 3 tens 30 minus 2, which works out to 28. Everybody agree? Or if you want, guys, if you're not sure about the number part, just go and write. Just go and draw. Why I'm laughing, I gave a test and a student actually did that. I think they asked for like the 50th one, and she just draw until she got it. So that's why I'm laughing, because it was only worth 2 marks and it took up the entire page. So we have to be smart in working with it. What about this one? C. What will be the value of C? Guys, you
14.
14? 3 times n. So we could say 3 times n minus 2 equal 40, right? So that's the formula, but it should give you 40. So now we say 3n, get rid of the negative here by adding 2, so that becomes 42. And bam. Or guys, you could just keep adding 3.
Sir, I just added 3, sir.
Yeah, it can work.
Sir, it was way easier to do that, actually.
I don't have a problem with that.
Two.
But then sometimes they normally ask for the pattern, like the end term. You could actually figure out that too. So it's like this. I think Renee had figured it out from she looked at it. Ren, how you look at it, Ren? Like, how you do them here? Just want to see if it's a different perspective. Oh, you know it's 3 and minus 2.
Okay, so what I did was, because I realized that you're going up by 3, right? And being that there's an enter in it, it's also going to be 3 multiplied by n, because it's going up by 3. And then what I did was to go like a term back. So what I mean is that being that 1 is the first one is the first square in it. Yes, the first nth term. Order is important, right? So I said 1 minus 3 and got minus 2, because if we said 3 minus 1, you'd have gotten a positive 2. So you have to go like from you have to use the 1 in the square first to come first. So 1 minus 3.
Yeah, I understand. Great. All right. Anybody else have a different way? Guys, basically them ask to fit them here, right? And see there, we basically do all of this. And notice in the sequence is always 8 marks. So 8 marks is waiting on you guys. Just figure it out. Just figure it out, guys. All right. I know you guys can. Just do whatever you have to do. Hold on. Let me answer that. This is on TikTok first. Let me just answer it. You know, go already, guys. All right. So basically, we had work out all of them already, right? So that just fit them in and we get to 5 marks. And it's a write down in terms of n, the number of nth diagram of the sequence, which is this. So this is the formula you use for all. Yeah, man, go ahead. Oh, I thought somebody was making a point. All right, no problem. So we basically did all of that already, guys. So we get to 8 marks right there and there. As a Wally British should say. All right, here and there. Just ignore the number. The scores obtained by 100 children in a competition are summarized in the table below. And there we see we score the midpoint, the frequency, and the f times x. I call it f of x. But see, them put FX. Guys, you feel free to talk, guys. I don't want to be clicking in. The thing I actually have PM me already, so I don't want to be clicking in the message and stuff. Just talk. All right. State the modal class interval. What will be the modal class interval? Only one mark. State the class interval in which a score of 19.4 would lie. And then it's a copy and complete the table to show A, the class midpoints, and the f of x values. And then it's a calculate the mean for the sample. And guys, guess what? When you go to university, you will be doing statistics. So embrace yourself for that, all right? Whichever course you're doing. Or if you're going to be a guidance sponsor, you have to do maths. All right, let's go. How do we approach this? What's the modal class interval? How do we find the modal?
In the frequency, so I'm going to say 20 to 29.
Yeah, it's simple, guys. We look for the one with the highest frequency, because the highest frequency tells us that the greatest number of persons got between this. So this would be the answer. And you notice a 1 mark, right? So between, I don't want to use the word between, from 20 to 29, 25 persons got that mark. So boom, we know so that are the mode. The modal class means the mode. The mode is the one that occurs most frequent. All right. It says state the class interval in which a score of 19.4 would lie. So if somebody get 19.4, which class that?
Sir, 20 to 29?
Would it be the same 20 to 29?
Why? Just curious.
Because when you have to add the 19 plus 20, then you divide it by 2, you get 19.5.
Oh, yeah,
so the score would lie there.
Midpoint. So all right, look, wait a second now. If you get a score, so when your score is 19.4, where would that lie? I remember ask it the next way. So where would 19.5 lie? Which score?
I would say between 10 to 19 would it be?
Why Jamila?
20 to 29.
All right, why 20 to 29?
Because if you round up 19.5 and 20, would I get?
No, but a 19.4 this. Are the 4 we are working with.
4, then I 10 to 19, sir.
I would say it's this, because if you're around 19.4, that would be 19. I remember one time you do that something there with the highest, with the boundary something, you add the 0.5, right? So you know, so this is gonna be taking 19.5. So this is gonna take 19.5 also when you add and the last marathon. Well, some of you are not here. And guys, it's a series, you know. So if you come at one, then it can be so challenging, because it's a series of them. Series of marathons are run. In the last one, we had look at the upper boundary and so forth. And we say for the upper boundary, we add 0.5. So this would have taken 0.5 also, because you add 0.5 to it. So that fall in this one. All right, so it's actually between, it fall in this range. Oh man, somebody else can record apart from me. All right, so it's a copy and complete the table. Lord, why is he sick to this? I stress that, you know. Anyway, copy and complete. I would convert the 2 marks. You might go on too much sometime, man. Yeah. But guys, you know what to do, right?
X is frequency.
Repeat.
Sir, fxx is frequency times mid.
Yeah, but wouldn't we need to know the midpoints first?
Yes, sir.
But as I was saying to my students the other day, you can just observe. You don't necessarily have to work out, right? Everybody agree? Because look, we have 4.5, then we have 14.5. What you guys think the next one would be?
24.5.
24.5.
All right. So we go exam, guys. The person will have me on two device. We can love my voice now, but we can't hear my voice so again, right? But the other kids are go, and you just continue like that. It's like you're at 10. So guys, sometimes in exams, it's not about who are the smartest. You have to know some little tricks what can actually work. Oh, it's a total, sorry. Right? And then now, as someone was saying, you would multiply all of them number here by the frequency and the class midpoint. So it will be 25 times 24.5. So you guys can just work them out quickly. I don't know why CSEC has just note with this particular question. This was one of the areas that it was stressing, it seems. So it's 24.
612.5.
612.5. What about the other one? 22 times 34. Remember, guys?
759.
749? 759?
Yes, sir. 759.
44 times 10. That would be what? 445? 490? Not 490. 890?
890.
Yeah. That one easy because you could just multiply both of them by 10. You get 445 plus 445. You don't know them tricks, guys. You have to know if you exam, yeah? And then 12 times this, it'll be 10 times this, or 545 plus another this is 104, 109. Yeah. So that'll be 54.5. So that work out to 654.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So that take care of them, right? After them two here. But then you get 1 mark for just them, you know. One, you see? The class midpoint are probably 1 mark because see, two of them give you 2 marks. That makes no sense. So all of them multiplying here, they narrate. Yeah. All right, they say calculate the mean score for the sample. How do we calculate mean?
Midpoint, sir.
So you add all of them together and then divide them by how much numbers you had to add.
But they did tell us the frequency at 100. So all we have to do is just add this. So add up that column here for me now, please. Remember, they gave us the total frequency already, which was very nice of them. And that's the only thing they did for you guys, apart from them here. Well, I don't think this is worth so much more. 3, 5, 6, 7. You guys will get the video though. Or I probably just put it on YouTube.
Sir, 3,140.
3,140. So that means the mean would be 3,140 divided by the total frequency. As I show my lower school.
31.4.
Lower school, me reach
314.
Yeah. Let's show the formula. So that'll be 3,140. Lower school shell long this, you know, guys. No joke. Shell long them for something here. All right, so it's 3, 1. Hold on there. 1, 2. 31.4.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So 31.4. And I get 3 marks for just this. Add them up, divide. So I guess it's worth it. All right, I'm going to see us say, explain why the value of the mean obtained in B2. Oh, so then I say why the mean in B2, which is this what we just find, is only an estimate of the value. Why is it only an estimate?
Because it's an assumption.
Eh? Wouldn't it
I'm
be
guessing
because,
that assuming
wouldn't it
the
because,
amount of score.
go ahead, Ren, go ahead. Make it, yeah, floor first.
Well, I'm thinking probably because you're assuming the amount of score each person will get. That's why it's an estimate.
Exactly. Because they did not give an exact value, right? So then just say how many persons got between from 0 to 9. We don't know the exact value them get. For all like here's all them people can get 1. All them can get 0. No, it couldn't be 0 still, because you'd end up with 0 over here. So, but you understand? We don't know the exact value. So it's an estimated mean. And ironically, this for them asks that was what our started explaining to my lower school. That the estimated mean is not 100% accurate because it's a range of values. So it's from. So it's from 0 to 9. All the persons got from 0 to 9, you put them in a one group and you find the midpoint of that. You see? So that's the midpoint. It's not accurate. So it's not the actual mean. Whoa! Big up. Put up on the job. Yeah. All right. So that was well said. Hold on. We're gonna have a minute there, guys. All right. It says in order to qualify for the next round of the competition, a student must score at least 40 points. What is the probability a student selected at random qualifies for the next round? One minute that one here, I'm gonna come back here. 40 points at least. Yeah, all right. Stay up on the class. All right, guys, I'm back. You know it already, guys. People can read in my community. So, and then see me do it home, I'm gonna show you. All right, what go on? So, what's the probability? So, you say, in order to qualify for the next round of the competition, a student must score at least 40 points. What is the probability? Somebody can take on that. Let me small it up a bit so we can see.
Over 25.
2 over 25?
8 over 25.
8 over 25. Oh, you got that?
Sir, the question said I'd score at least 40. So we know that you have 20 and 12. Give you 32 out of 100. So that give you 8 over 25.
But we have class now. Yeah. No, I'm not sure because the number don't come up in my phone. We can call it tomorrow because I think we're gonna finish pretty late. All right, thanks. Yeah. So you're saying that at least 40, right? So it's 40 and greater. And many times students tend to count the lower numbers. So 20 persons got from 40 to 49 and then from 50 to 59, right? So it's a total of 32. Agree? That's what you guys saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And then now you work the probability. All right. You guys say we use 4. That's what I use. 4 into this 8, 4 into this 25. So it's 8 out of 25. Repeat.
32. Sir, how did you get?
All right. As your classmate said, because they say at least 40, so it can be 40 or greater. That's what at least means, right? If it's a no greater than 40, then you know it's a less. Or if it's a less than 40, right? But it's a no at least. So you can get more than 40. You can get 40 or greater. So it would be 20 plus the 12. I just wrote it because the person was saying it correctly. So we add the 12 and the 20, which gives us 32. All right. And guys, if them give you the graph, you can read off of the graph, all right? So you have to know what at least means. Not greater than or equal to. Those are good terms. All right. You understand now?
The 32.
Yeah. So we add 12 and 12, which gives us 32. So it's a total of 32 person out of the 100 got that. I remember what probability is, right? The denominator, we use the total for the denominator and then the total possible outcomes over the total. So just like if you have a one die, the total possible outcomes are 6 numbers, right? Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you have asked to show, say, an even number, you put the total even numbers over the total, which is 3 over 6. And you work it down to a half. Guys, if you don't know probability, know it up on my channel already. But that's the best way I can explain it right now. So it's the total in the class, but only a possible 32 students to choose from. So only 32 students get that mark, 40 and greater. So you see how much is used in everyday life, even though you guys say it's a garbage, it's used in everyday life. All right, so we're good? All right. Da dee da dee da 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 da. All right, the diagram below, not drawn to scale, shows a hollow cylinder with height 8 centimeters and diameter 12 centimeters. And they say take pi to be 3.14, and they give us the height, which is 8. And they say calculate for the radius. Calculate for the cylinder, the radius, the circumference of the cross section, and then the rectangle. Oh, this part different. It said the rectangle below, not drawn to scale, represent the net of the curved surface of the cylinder above. State the values of A and B, and hence calculate the area of the curved surface of the cylinder. So, step by step, how do we get that 1 mark? What's the radius?
Divide the 12 by 2 because 12 centimeters is the diameter.
All right. So it's gonna be 6. Everybody agree?
Yes, sir.
The circumference of the cross section. Sometimes I just put in a little word if you throw off again, right? Cross section are basically that, right? It's uniform and it's a circle right away. So it's what? What will be this circumference for that circle? What's the formula for circumference?
2 pi r.
2 pi r. So we just do that. Now make it complex, guys. See? So it's 2 pi r. And they did say if you use 3.14. So just do it them. So it's 2. Somebody punch it in a calculator. 2 times 3.14 times the radius, which we had gotten 6. And we'll get it 2 more.
7.68, but I'm going to double check.
Yeah, man. Go on again.
37.68.
37, yeah. I was working this for my channel, you know, that 1 year. And we know it's going to be centimeters. And we're done. All right. Them say now, the rectangle shown below, not drawn to scale, represent the net of it. So basically, they open it up. So basically, that's how they open it up. Everybody realize that? Just imagine you open it up like that and you fold it out. Form a rectangle. So if you should cut like a can or something and it can fold out, it will be something like this. So what will be the length of A and what will be the length of B? That's what they ask.
Sir, I think the A will be the 37.68 and the B will
Why?
be the.
Tell us why.
I don't know if you explain it. I just know.
Yeah, it is correct, man. I'm just wondering how you know. Remember, you know, these are the total distance around, right? So if it go open, it now go just spread out like this. Yeah. What will be the B?
Same 8.
8. Very good. All right. And that's it, guys. All right. So B A 37.8 and B 8.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
302.4.
You work out this already? It said hence calculate the area of the curve. And this is a rectangle, so it's gonna be length times width, or width times length. You see that, guys? The area of this, you know. So it would be that. What you got? I think it's 302 or 301, something like that.
301.
I think when I do it today, me put in 302. Me I eat that, you know. How many get 302? I'm kind of memory. No. Probably put something on like
I calculated it and it says 302.4.
302. Anyway, guys, I one of them. But me know me have 302.
Sir,
Yeah, right.
it's 37.68 centimeters.
Oh, that means I think me have the 0.8, you know. My calculator probably give me that too. So, guys, work it between this and this. Whichever your calculator. I don't think you're not going to penalize it too much. All right? So, look what them say now. If 0.5 liters of water is poured into the cylinder, calculate correct to 1 decimal place the height of the water in the cylinder. So, now to go back up to the cylinder. And them say it can hold 500. No, 0.5.
So which part of the 37.8? A 6 for the before the 8, right?
Yeah.
Oh, because me I say, oh yeah, of that because it confused me.
Yeah. I think today I put 0.8.
301 is actually correct.
Yeah. And the format I was doing, I think I put 302. I don't know. Sometimes my brain just kind of lapse, and I probably put 37.8 instead of this.
So sir, where the 8 that come from there, so on the side?
Which 8? Oh, you know I made it, man. Someone was explaining, right? Because remember, you know, at this you have to turn in a rectangle, you know. Make no mistake about it. At this cylinder you have to turn in a rectangle.
Oh, I just see it now.
Okay, yeah. So at this you really are turning it, right? So now, guys, them give us a next task. Them said this full to 0.5 liter. What are the height of the cylinder? Oh. Hey, anybody have English?
Yes, sir.
All the best, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna come back tomorrow soon, but all the best with the English. What time you guys plan to go to bed?
Probably around 3:30.
What the right?
6 o'clock.
So I have to practice for both maths and English, you know, so you have to
Guys, why
understand.
you don't think you need to
And
go
by
to bed 10 o'clock to get rest? 3 o'clock, we are up 3 o'clock.
Sir, English that hard for you obsolete.
That means say, we are studying, sir.
but maths, because maths is not really my strongest subject.
Oh, so you have focus more on math. Well, I'm saying that for you. What the people are texting me, guys, but we can't respond right now. Like, you see, persons will see you put up about the something and they don't try to, they wait until last minute. I mean, who does that? Not when exam is 2 days away or 1 day away. I mean, you have to be vigilant, guys. You have to be vigilant. All right, how could we calculate the height of the cylinder? Because you realize what the 0.5 liters represent, right?
Sir, where did you get the 0.5?
All right, hold on. It's in the question, they told us that. They say if 0.5 liters of water is poured into the cylinder, calculate correct to 1 decimal place the height of the cylinder. The height of the water, rather. So it could be a half, it could be full. How do we approach that? All right, let me help you. You know, hard guys, come on, think about it. Oh, wouldn't that be the volume, right? If you pour
Sir,
water, yeah. So what's the volume of a cylinder? What's the formula?
V is
V
equal
equal
to pi
A
r squared.
times H.
Yeah, pi r square h. Only one thing we don't know the h, right? They give us the volume 0.5, but they were very smart because you'd have to convert it, right? So that would equal to 500. Because remember, it's 1 liter is 1,000. So
Yes, sir.
so if I half, that means I have 500. Once you have this, you're good. So we can just put in what we know. Them say use 5 to be 3.14. We know say radius are 6. So we say 6 squared times h. And we just kind of work out this 3.14. We work out this today now, so I kind of remember some of it. Usually I don't really work out them, I just come to class, but sometimes I don't have the time to sit down and do it, not tell the truth. And then now we multiply 3.14 times 36. I think it's supposed to give 113. Somebody work it out for me.
113.04.
That guys, remember that, you know? And then now we divide it by 500 by this. Because remember, you want to get h by itself. So you take the inverse and clear off the nonsense. So that gone already. It's done the funny thing.
Sir?
Guys, you don't know the conversion of the unit, don't you?
No, sir.
I'm here somebody, guys, you know, have to know them for something to do, yeah?
Sir, where you get the 500 from?
The 0.5 liter, that, remember, you know, 1 liter or 1,000. So if half a liter, wouldn't it be 500? Let's go on your book back and say. The book back and then have nothing again. Somebody divide this to me. 500 divided by this. think a 4 point something they get.
4.4.
4.4. So the height that be 4.4. You know how to forget that. So it's like halfway. We could about halfway. Just go check back the unit, the conversion also, guys. No say kilo mean thousand. You know, have to know all of them something before exam. Sometimes they give you it, you know, but sometimes they don't. So it's your job to find out that, all right?
Sure, but if you use the 0.5, you still get the answer at the end.
But if I use 0.5, the conversion rate now go accurate. So I go end up a amount, I divide 0.5 by 1113. Remember, I said two different units, you know. So it now go make sense. You understand what you're saying now? You understand? We have to convert it to the same unit. The other day we actually did this. Remember we did this in our class, right, Renee? We want to say make R the subject. I think we did
Yes,
that.
sir.
Yeah. Try these, guys. Make R the subject of the formula for each. And see volume, if volume something come back again, volume equal pi r squared each. Oh guys, this class will start at 7.
Sir, on Wednesday, right? Being that we have math paper 2, we still have class in the evening?
Yeah.
Okay, sir, thanks.
Strong enough. Some persons will definitely go and sleep. Whatever happens, you just have to block it out and start focus on the multipliers. You guys know what to transpose?
Not really.
Not really, sir.
Oh. Alright, well, let's see. All right, transpose mean you're just gonna make it the subject. I think this one was really. I think this one was really tedious because what happened? Because if you've noticed, there's nothing is really subject of the formula. H on this side, H on this side, R on this side, R on that side. So I think they make it kind of challenging. So all we have to decide which side we want to make R stay on. And I think we had decided the left-hand side. That was easier. We did this in class recently. So we subtract this from this side, right? As this is positive, RH. So it will be R minus RH minus H. But remember, our objective is to get, probably shouldn't do it that way, because I'm going to have 0. But our objective is to get R by itself. So we need to get rid of that minus H here by taking the inverse of the minus H. What would be the inverse of minus H?
Plus H.
Plus H, right? Yeah. So now we need to get R by itself, but the R here just a stick on it, on the H. And we need to get R by itself. So we could just factor out the r, right? So we take out r, and then we divide r into that, leave 1, r into this, leave minus h. So you see, we get r by itself now. We just need to get rid of the times this. And then now you say, what's the inverse of times?
Division.
Yeah, and you divide by 1 minus h. Anything I do to one side, you do to the next side. So there we have it. R is equal to h, 1 minus h. I think we did this one at Saturday class. Make r the subject. V is equal to pi r square h. What is r as the subject? We never do this recently?
Yes, sir. So to make r the subject, you're going to first divide by pi h on both sides.
Wait, let me just do it as so they can see it. Some persons are, if they don't see it, it don't make sense. So let me just do it as you say it, all right? So it's pi r square h. I want to get r by itself. Let's go.
So what you're going to do is the opposite, which is division, right? Because the last thing done to r. So you know what to do to one side, you have to do to the other. So you're going to first divide by pi h.
Yeah. So that gone, that gone.
So now you have v over pi h is equal to r squared. So what you want is r by itself. So you have to take the opposite of r squared, which is the square root. So on both sides, you're going to take the square root.
Yeah, very good.
Yes, and you're going to be left with r is equal to the square root of v over pi h.
Excellent, excellent.
That's what I got as well.
Yeah. Well done, Jamila. So guys, as you say, you just want to get r by itself. So whatever is happening, you take the inverse of it or the opposite. All right. So because these are multiplying, we divide. Anything we do to one side, we do to the next side. When we have with r squared, we take the opposite of square, which is square root. Right? Because say for example, we have 5 squared. And we find the square root of it. Wouldn't this equal to 5? Because 1, we square it and get 25. And the square root of 5 of 25 would be 5. So that is why when we find the square root of r, we get r. All right? What about the function now? The function f of x, I think this is one of the easier here when I see functions. I've seen some really tougher ones. It said the functions f and g are defined as follows. F of x is equal to 2x plus 5, and g of x is equal to x minus 3 over 2. Evaluate f inverse, and then you put 19 in the function. And then they say combine the function g of 3. Work out that and make me know. Guys, don't go sleep on me, man. Don't go sleep on me yet. Let's go, let's go.
So I got 7 as the final answer for 2x plus 5 after I found the inverse.
How much? 7?
Yes,
That's
sir.
what I got to, sir.
What about gx equal? What about gf3 rather?
I think it was 4 I got.
4?
Yes, sir.
What about the other person? Or persons? Because I'm more than one. Let's put it there so for reference, all right? I will show you guys how it's done. You guys know to find the inverse of a function?
Yes, I got 7 for that one as well.
Okay. All right, so basically, they say find the inverse of f. So first we write about the function f. I'm gonna show my lower school this topic, you know. They will find it nice. So this is f of x, right? And we want to change it or find the inverse of whatever is happening. So first we change the function to y. So that gives us 2x plus. Why we can do that? Because it's a graph, right? It's a graph. This is a straight line graph. So every graph is in the form y equals something. Whether y equals mx plus c or y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, which is a quadratic graph. That's where we stop for your syllabus. Next, we interchange x to y and y to x. So anywhere x is, we put, anywhere y is, we put x, and anywhere x is, we put y. So we swap the position. And just like what we were doing earlier, transpose, we make y the subject. So as Renee was saying, if you have plus 5, you take the inverse, which is minus 5. And then if you have x minus 5, then that will equal to, so going to be 0. And then now we divide by 2 because it's a times. So the opposite of that would be divided by 2. But we're not finished. They say we are supposed to put 19. This is the inverse, you know. But they say put 19 there. So it will be 19. What we know right here. So 19 minus 5 over 2, which is 14 over 7. And as you guys had said, 7 is the answer. That's correct. Well done.
Sir.
Yeah, man. Good morning.
Sir, in the WhatsApp groups, the new people want to join the class, sir, but they don't have the link. And they just found out about it.
Okay. Well, I'm not doing a good job at advertising. I'm just kind of working. Yeah. So it will be 7, right? I can't give them the video though, because I mean, the giant thing. Whatever time was it. So this would work out to 7. All right. What about GF? They said they had gotten 4. So let us work.
Yes, sir. I got 4 as well.
Yeah. So let's work it out and see. So this one is basically combining the two functions. So I'm going to see if we can work it over here. So instead, like, oh, it's gone already. It's done the funny here. If we try for the school by mistake in a minute, and if we don't want to take 2 minutes after the school. All right, so we combine the two functions. So this is one of the topics where students kind of scared of, but there's nothing to be scared of. We write back f first because it's a gf. So you write back the last function. So that works out to 2x plus 5. This now is going to become our x in writing g. So this is our f, and this represents x in the next one, which is g. Now g says x minus 3. So this is already x. So you just minus 3 and then divide by 2. So you just do it, say, right? Now this now would be 2x plus 5, because if you even want to put a number here, it have to be 1, which would get the same thing. You know, sometimes students feel uncomfortable when it looks like that, when there's no number in front of it. So you can put your 1 there too. Right? This work out to 5 minus 3, that work out to 2. So it will be 2x plus 2. Because 5 minus 3 gives us 2, I'll put it over 2. But they told us that we should put 3 in the function. So I could put 3 in the function. It's going to be 2 times 3 plus 2. And then we have 2, 3, 6. 6 plus 2 divided by 2. That gives us 8 over 2, which works out to 4, as they had said. All right. So make it digest, guys. I know it's a lot, but so just remember the steps. We write back the last function, and then we write back the first fraction in terms of that. We go with that function there, guys. So g of f would work out to 4.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, but I'm having class now, so I will give you the details, yeah, after. As I'm kind of in the middle of a class now. All right, so it would look a bit crowded. So guys, ensure so you take it down. Well, you guys will get the video. You know. You guys will get the video definitely. So at least you will have the opportunity to look over it and stuff. All right. This one says now a line segment GH as an equation of 3x plus 2y equals 15. Determine the gradient. And then it says another line segment HK is a perpendicular to GH and passes through the points 4, 1. Determine the equation of the line JK. Would that go again? When it's perpendicular.
Sir, when it's a grade, are you speaking of perpendicular lines?
Yeah.
Yes, so when it's perpendicular, the gradients, when they're multiplied, supposed to be equal to
-1.
-1.
That's all? -1, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Brain, I got sometimes, you know, guys. I think down alone. Yeah. If them parallel, the gradient I see, but if it's perpendicular, as you say, it's -1 when you multiply the. So walk us through this one, right? Wait, let me clear this first. She's a hard worker, you know, guys. She's a hard worker. I have so much respect for her. Oh, this now move on. Because I don't want it to be a case where persons get confused with all of this. For the new persons who are just joining, you will get the video. Everybody, I'll probably just put it on YouTube. Everybody can access that. Saying it individually, trust me, that is another work that's again for me. So hold on there. This will make you walk us through this one.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll put it up on YouTube tomorrow, yeah. As so let's sort it out. Much easier. All right, I have enough space now, so I'll just work with that little space here, guys. So for the persons who might just join, we're looking at C. We do a bag of things already, so we're at C now.
So, sir, is the first one?
Yeah.
Okay, so being that this the equation is, you know, it is in the form of y is equal to mx plus c, right? But they want to find the gradient, and if you realize y is not by itself, right? So the first step is we need to try and get y by itself.
Yeah.
So we know it's the last thing being done to y. We need to get away the 3x, right? So you're going to say the inverse, so it will be minus 3x on both sides.
Yeah.
So b2 is equal to minus 3x plus 15. So as we know, being that we want to get y by itself, we're going to divide by 2 because it's 2 multiplied by y. So the equation now in its full form will be y is equal to negative 3 over 2x plus 15 over 2. And the gradient, right, would be negative 3 over 2 because m represents the gradient, and remember it's y is equal to mx plus c. So m would represent negative 3 over 2.
Yeah, very good. So this will be the gradient. Y equal negative 3 over 2. As she says, m is the gradient, right? And C club to ask about C, that is the y-intercept. So it will be negative 3 over 2. And they get 1 mark for that. All right, so shall I walk us through 2 now?
Okay, so it says another line which is perpendicular to GH passes through the point 41. Determine the equation of the line JK, right? So we know that perpendicular lines, when their gradients are multiplied, the result is -1. So know when it is that it is always either the positive or the negative reciprocal of the first gradient, which is -3 over 2. So being that it's a negative, you're going to see that positive reciprocal, so it'll be positive 2 over 3. And if you say negative 3 over 2 multiplied by positive 2 over 3, we'll get a positive 1. Sorry, negative 1.
Auntie, me have class here, me can't come now. Here tomorrow.
All right, so first, we're going to remember it is y is equal to mx plus c. So in this case, it's going to be, before we substitute, y is equal to
tomorrow.
negative 3 over 2x.
Yeah, so guys, you put it back in the form, right? And we take a point. The point of the x and the y. You did say that, Ren? Sorry, because my auntie did tell me. So this is how we
I didn't say it. I didn't say it as yet, but I was going to say like.
Sorry. I thought you did and I didn't hear. All right, go ahead now.
Yes, sir. So being that we already know that -3 Wait, which one are we at? Right, the other which is 2 over, it will be 2 over 3 in this case, right? Because we're dealing with line JK. So it'd be, so far we have y is equal to 2 over 3x plus c. So we have the coordinate 4 and 1. 4 would be the x value, 1 would be the y value. So wherever you see y, you substitute 1, and wherever you see x, you will substitute 4.
Yeah. So see the guys, x are 4, y are 1. So we put it back in this equation and we substitute it. Right? Remember, this is the gradient. The gradient is 2 over 3, and we times it by 4. All right.
So I have also, when I said, so 2 over 3 by 4 is going to give you 8 over 3. So it's going to be 1 is equal to 8 over 3 plus c. So we're solving for c. So it is the last thing that is being done to c. So go to go to minus, because a plus, 8 over 3 from both sides.
Very good. So you just subtract it, guys, because a plus, right? So you just subtract 8 over 3. And then that will give you a negative something. If you want, you can convert 8 over 3 to, what, 2 and 2/3?
Yes, sir, or negative 5 over 3.
Some persons probably can't work with it, but so you could convert this, guys, if you wish, all right? So this into this goes 2 times, and then you have 2 over 3. So this are the bigger one, right? So it's gonna get a negative, and if you take away that, what's gonna be what? Take away 1 from this, it's gonna be 1 and 2 over 3. But both of them correct. 3 into this goes 1 time and 2 over 3. I know some persons have little difficulty with this running. You advance, so it you know, it might not be a problem for you. But for some persons, if they see it like this, they can relate to it. So you get negative 2/3, and then it will be 1 minus negative 2/3. So that leaves negative 1 and 2/3. Well done, well done. Welcome to the persons who just joined. All right, this is not gonna be funny question, you know, guys. But I just kind of feel like I wanted to add it in, but it won't come on paper 2 anymore. But I said to myself, at least if we are prepared for paper 1 from starting from now, that's not a problem. All right. Who wants to take on this one? There are 50 students in a class. Students in the class were given awards for mathematics or science. 36 students receive awards in either mathematics or science. 6 students receive awards in both mathematics and science. 2 X students receive awards for mathematics only, and X students receive awards for science only. And it's in the Venn diagram below, you represent students in the class, M mathematics and S students. And it's a copy and complete the Venn diagram to represent the information, and you get 4 marks. Unfortunately, sets is no longer a part of paper 2 according to what they told us at a seminar. So we just have to do that in the multiple choice, all right? And it can look like this in the multiple choice. So it doesn't hurt if we're going to look at this.
Sir, Capra is Brown in the chat said that he wants to do it.
All right, go ahead, man. Just unmute and walk us through it. I got it in the chat. Guys. Unmute no Jamie Mullins said me last, but Caprice. Voice gone. But if your voice gone, you want somebody with voice. You can't do that chat, guys, because you know. Alright. Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa your name? You
Yes,
want to
sir,
take
that's my name.
Eh?
Yes, sir, that's my name.
Okay. You want to take it on Mona Lisa?
I do, but I don't. All I was trying to say is that we are finding the ex-students.
Yeah. Alright. Let me just explain it then. Nobody no want to talk. Alright, guys. So basically, what's saying when you combine for the 36, when you combine all of this, maths and science, I notice it's a either. So both of them combined give you 36. All right, so we don't have to drop that in that yet, but we drop this. It says 6 students receive awards for both mathematics and science. So that's the intersection. We can drop 6 there. And then it said 2x students receive awards for mathematics only. Over here represent mathematics only. So that will be 2x. And then it said x students receive award for science only. And that is it. To represent it in the Venn diagram. So this side is combined, give a 36. And the next thing they say, calculate the value of x. So what we can do, we can form an equation because they basically give us the information, right? Them say this plus this must equal to 36. That's what they meant when they say either. So what it means, you know, there's an additional, let me see, what was it? Universal 50 students. So 14 students, not do nothing. And I get nothing. So basically we are work with this, right? So we group the like terms, so it will be 2x plus x plus 6 equal 36. And from there, it's a 3x plus 6 equal 36. And of course, remember we're solving for the value of x. So we subtract x from both, 6 from both sides. So 3x is equal to 36 minus 6, that's our 30. And then we divide by 3. So basically what they are saying, x at 10. So I can put things in perspective. 2 times 10 are 20. See it? So 20 plus 6, 26 plus 10, 36. And that will give you 4 marks. But as I say, guys, it won't be on your paper 2, only paper 1. You can get set. But it doesn't hurt to know it. So I just kind of put it in. Everybody clear on that? Let me go back on it. Because I'm not hearing any response.
Where you get the 14?
Well, the 14, because if think about it, they did told us that there's 50 students in the class. And they are saying that if you combine maths and science, 36 students get award. So that means that there's another 14 that didn't get a thing. Because you would have subtract it, right? So it will be 36 subtract from 50, which gives you 14. And remember, they are part of the class, they just don't get an award. We good now? I think sometimes that's why it's the reasoning part of it. If you drop in a 14, you show them say your reasoning ability up. If you leave it like this, it's not complete, you know, because remember, you have persons, they are in the universal set. So sometimes they will probably say, all right, they didn't put the 14, so the reason kind of off. But I will ask my HOD if they would penalize you if you didn't put this. But it should go there though, based on what? The information. Because they told us that it's 50 students in the class. See it here? So we only account for 36. And notice it's a award. Never say who
Sir, and where you get the 10 from?
Repeat.
I didn't saw when I get the 10, so I'm asking you where you get the 10 from for the census.
Which 10? Oh, see it here, man. 30 divided by 3. I didn't have the space, so I just come over here. So. But remember, you're dividing by 3, right? 30 divided by that. X will equal to 10.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry. Because it's a jumble up, I just kind of go over there. So. And because remember, they said this was X and this was 2X. So this will be 2 times 10, which is 20. All right. All right, we know says in the diagram below, not drawn to scale, AB is an isosceles. Everybody knows an isosceles, right? Small.
So these angles
Both
are
sides are
equal.
Yeah.
When two sides are equal.
And only 2 sides, you know, the 2 angles equal on the 2 sides. Yeah. All right. So it says calculate given reason for your answer. Notice they said that was parallel, right? You say in the diagram not drawn to scale, ABC is an isosceles triangle with AB equal AC. And angle ABC equal 54. DE is parallel. So see here, DE is parallel to BC. And there's a calculate given a reason for your answer, the measure of angle BAC. So what's that? BAC. How do we find this angle right here?
Sir, can I try?
Yeah, man, anyone can go.
Sir, since angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees, and we would have known 2 angles because it's an isosceles triangle. So would take away the 2 that we know from 180 and get the answer.
What? Give me the numbers.
54 plus 54, 108. So you're going to take 108 from 180.
Yeah, correct. Because remember, with isosceles, the base angles are equal. So if that are 54, this is also 54. Well done. All right, so BAC that. Next one, what that? AED, what that? AED. So what would be AED?
Because it's parallel, so that says 54.
Yeah, it's corresponding, right? And not only that, these 2 triangles, wouldn't it be the same, right? Wouldn't this be an isosceles also?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir. It
sir.
would have
That's what
been
I
an
was
isosceles
saying.
as well.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying them are the same.
Right.
Yeah. All right, and they say now, for the last 2 marks, it say explain why triangles ABC and ADE are similar but not congruent.
So they're the same type of triangle, but not the same size.
Yeah, for it to be congruent, it have to be the exact corresponding sides would have to be equal in length. So AD and AB, they are not equal in length, right? Because see, this go way down here, so while this stop here, so. So while the angles are similar, they are not congruent. So to prove congruency, it have to be the exact same measurement. Each corresponding size have to be equal. All right, so this not BC not equal to DE, even though they're parallel. And even though these angles are the same, to prove congruency, it have to be the same length also. Something like this. And guys, remember with congruency, you don't necessarily have to be, because what I see C set, sometimes they will twist it like this. They will do something like this. If I turn around this, it will be the same thing. So if they have the same measurement, they are congruent. But if they don't have the same measurement, they are similar. Or they have the same angles and whatever. All right, good job, good job. We'll see if we can get some more done now, guys.
So I really do hope they bring an isosceles triangle because I think that's the easiest one. That's weird.
They're not bring no isosceles.
No, I don't want any other shape to come on the exam besides
Mona Lisa. You just have to prepare for the others, Mona Lisa.
No, brother. What you know what CX is there already?
Yeah, you have to prepare for the rest, man. You can't say, boy, you see anything where you don't want to come, just ensure so you go over that too. And that means probably that are your weak point. Oh God. All right. So it says solve for P. Guys, you go back easy now. You see, I kind of mix up the paper because sometimes when all of the art topic in the at the back, persons kind of say, oh, more sleep really. So these are more like the algebra part of it. Algebra normally come question 2. So let's roll. Solve for P.
So we kind of have P by itself already. So really get like P by itself, like, because here we say equal 4P, we're just gonna divide each side by 4.
No, but what's P? What's the value of P? Everybody agree with that?
P is common.
But what's the value of P?
Sir, 3/2.
3/2.
Same, sir.
So that's 1.5.
Same here. 3/2.
You were saying divide by 4P. I'm not getting that part. Wouldn't you expand the bracket first?
Yeah.
Because remember, you have a P here, so you know. So if you even divide by 4, you're still left with the P over here. So remember, you have to group it first, all right? So we expand the bracket first. 2 times P, 2P, 2 times 5, 10. And we have a minus 7, and then that equals 4P. So see, we get rid of the bracket now. Now we can group it. So we can bring the 2P with the 4P, because that's the objective. So it's 10 minus 7. This is positive, so we are going to subtract it from both sides. That was I was listening for, to say subtract it. And then 10 minus that gives us 3, and this gives us 2P. And then now we divide by 2. So we get P by itself, which is P equal 3/2. All right, and that is 2 marks. C6, only 30% of people get the marks. So we have to kind of change that, guys. All right, we have to change that. We can continue to get that low mark in 30% can't be getting that. It have to be like 90%, 100. All right, so this year we're going to change that. All right, this one says factorize completely. We have done this so many times. I don't know why I include it. Must have set me. Factorize completely. 25m squared minus 1.
5m plus 1, 5m minus 1.
Very good. Find the square root of both. It's a difference of 2 squared. All right. So we find the square root of 25, which is 5m. Put on 1 and guys, I've done this so many times. People say I'm tired of this. But just because it comes so regularly, it's like every paper it on it. Right? So it would work out to 5m plus 1. Why am I write it again? I just kind of wanted to line it up so persons who so that would be the answer. All right, what about this one? 2n squared minus 3n minus 20.
N minus 4 and 2n plus 5.
All
Same
right.
here.
N minus 4
2n
plus 4. N.
5.
2n plus 5.
Oh, 5. All right. I'm going to work it out because I don't see the others responding as yet. So I could go cheat just to see. All right, so we're going to use the factor method if it can work. I think it can. So we multiply a times c. So that's going to be 2n squared multiplied by this, right? So that is going to give us negative 40. So next step will list all the factors of 40. We know already 1 times 40. 2 times 20. I'm just gonna go through all of them, right? 4 times 10. And then you have 5, 8. So from this, we're gonna see which one of them can give it 3, negative 3. Or we can manipulate it to get that, guys.
Minus 8 and positive 5.
Because if you have minus 8 times 5, you get negative 40. And negative 8 plus 5 give a negative 3. You guys, I'll give you guys an opportunity to rewatch the entire video tomorrow. It's gonna be so long, though.
So someone said in the chat that they don't understand.
Yeah, probably if they want to see if you guys, if you had this for the first time, it's gonna just go on meds where you know already. Because for us to explain this, it's gonna be so hard now for you to get. This is supposed to be revision, you know, guys. So you see, try to learn a lot of new materials 2 days before exam, especially heavy topics where you know it kind of rough. But what we're doing, let me just explain in words what we're doing. What we're doing, we want to split this, but it has to be 2 factors of this times this.
Sir, the bottom part, sorry for cutting in, the bottom part always confuses me because sometimes sometimes I actually change them. So the first part of it would have be the back answer, and the back answer would have be the first part. And then
No man, it don't matter. If it's a product, you know.
Right.
Even if you put 5n at the front minus 8n, it's fine. As long as you have positive 5 and negative 8, it's fine. It doesn't matter. The order wouldn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't be thinking it's wrong. But me just try to explain for persons who in the chat might have said.
Sorry, can you back that, please?
What exactly? Because we not started yet. We just basically go through the factors. We multiply a times c, which is 2n squared times negative 20, which gives us 40 n's. We should have the 40 n squared here. So next we list all the factors of 40. 1 times 40, 2 times 10, 20, 4 times 10, 5 times 8. So from these, we're gonna see which one of them can give us 40. Negative 3 rather. As Renee says, it's gonna be negative 8 and 5. Why that? negative 8 times 5 gives us negative 40. And if we add them here, it gives us the positive negative 3 that we want. But guys, you see, if you never do this now in class and you're going to try to catch it now, it's going to be a bit rough because it's supposed to be a revision. So,
So you can't do it per Word document or something, just write out the equation and do it because you do it all over the screen and may get very confused.
well, unfortunately, no, we can't do it right now. All right. So basically, I work it here, so you know, but these are the rough work. See, I have to multiply A times C first, and then we list all the factors of AC. To find the factors, we can replace D. So as Renee said, it will be negative 8n plus 5n, and we do that because the value of this is still negative 3.
Sir.
And then we take out the highest common factor.
Sir.
Hello? Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. One question, sir. When you're finding the multiples, sir, I've always wondered if you're supposed to use any one of them. Is it the last?
It's the factors.
Is it the one that's closest to the answer we got?
No, not closest. The one that give you the exact value.
It must multiply to give about the 20 and add up to give about the negative 3.
Yeah. Remember, all of them here give 40. You know, look, 1 times 40, 40. 2 times 20, 40. 4 times 10, 40. So we already established that 5, 8, 40. But
yes, sir. So I'm saying if we can use any one based off of the fact all of them give us 40.
No, we can't. It must give you a B. That's what I'm saying. If it's B, you are trying to get. So you have to choose the one that give you negative 3.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, you can't use anyone. Then it will be so easy. You just fling down it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So then you will just take out the highest common factor. So you choose the highest number that can go into 2 and 8, which is 2. N common to both, so you take out the n, and then you divide. 2n squared divided by 2n, that leave n, and then 2n into negative 8n will give us minus 4. Go back up plus 5, and for this bracket, we do the same thing. What's the highest number that can go in a 5 and 20 without a remainder?
5.
5. And then you divide again. 5 into 5n leave n. 5 into negative 20 leave negative 4. So guys, when this is common, n minus 4 is common to both, right? And then you put your outside, which is 2n plus 5. So that's what they had said earlier. They got. All right. Guys, I know it can be frustrating for somebody who doing this for the first time, and I'm not sure why you should be doing it for the first time.
Sir, all them questions are supposed to have value 5 marks, you know, because look how much things have. I mean, not a lot.
Exactly, the steps are too long for the question to be a little bit of marks.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes that's the one thing I can agree with, that it should be more marks, but
2 marks.
Because it's only 2. Some years are different. Some years it's worth 3. Especially when there's a negative, it's worth 3. But I don't know, for some reason. I don't understand how CSEC value it. Some years the simultaneous equation is 3 and next year is 4. And I guess somebody say, oh, this level of difficulty is different or something.
I rate them not rate to, sir.
Yeah, I know. But just remember, you know, guys, CSEC make the most money off of maths and English. So
yeah, maths and English, true.
It's compulsory, because if they say, all right, it's not compulsory anymore, people wouldn't bother to do it. You understand? So they make a lot of money off of it. So the maths is always going to be challenging.
Yep.
Let's try this one. I know persons are saying they're confused, but what I can do is basically clear all of them. But
Yes,
let's see
sir.
question,
Please clear
right?
the screen for the next question. Because
It says, can the store package lollipop and toffees in bag for sale? What? In bags for sale. Okay.
So is that consumer arithmetic?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
But it's algebra. Because look,
Ooh.
it's what type of equation it forms?
Looks like a
it's
simultaneous equation.
simultaneous equation.
Yeah, simultaneous equation.
No,
So basically, it a go form a simultaneous equation. So
because that makes no way.
so it have something about coffee and toffee or whatever. Remember, they can integrate two topics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So somebody work it out and tell me the answer, please.
Working it out is crazy.
Wait, let me go back up. Now everybody see everything. And see, so we talk about it's for 4 marks here. I guess because you have to read and interpret it. And next year it worth 3.
So we're supposed to give you the 2 equations.
All right, let's go. You see, a candy store package lollipop and toffee in bags for sale. X grams, Y grams. 5 lollipops and 12 toffees have a mass of 61 grams. 10 lollipops and 13 toffees have a mass of 89 grams. If the mass of 1 lollipop is X grams and the mass of 1 toffee is Y grams, write 2 equations in X and Y to represent the information above. Oh, so you actually get 6 marks for this. Cool. And then it says calculate the mass of 1 lollipop and the mass of 1 toffee.
Look there, 2 questions in a 4 marks. Wow. So the equations
Exactly.
are
Oh, that
5x
makes sense.
plus
No,
12y.
it must backward, brother.
It makes
Sir
sense.
Dola, but this is not
Question
funny. This
makes
is
sense though. I don't think anything.
corruption.
That should have been 10 marks because the steps too long.
15.
Anyway.
Alright, work it out, guys, and see if you can get that 15 marks too.
Sir, I got X is equal to 5 and Y is equal to 3.
All right, so X equal 3. Well, what they didn't
No,
oh, okay. But they are told you to put it in X. Yeah, because see, they say X gram. Where's the X equal to?
I got X equals 5 and Y equals 3.
Y are 3. All right. So it have to lighter. All right, what the others say about this one? Same thing or you have different answer?
Yes, sir, have the same answer.
All right, so with a form of equation, because I did say that if the mass of the lollipop is X gram, so the lollipop represents X, right? So we can write it like this: 5x, for them say that, plus 12 toffee, which is 12y, and that must equal to 61. And then 10 lollipops plus 13, and that must equal to 89. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to multiply equation 1 by 2 and the next one by 1. If you simplify this, you get 1 and 2, right? So, we don't want to multiply by 5 and 2. So, I'm going to do 2 and 1. Because if you simplify this would be 1 and this 2. All right, and we want to get both of them to be the same, which is 10x. So we put roll. So 2 times 5, 10x. 2 times 12, 24. And then 2 times 61, 2 ones are 2, and 2, 6, 12. So that's a 122. All right, boom. 1 times anything give back anything, so that's 10x. 1 times that, 13y. And 1 times that, 89. So we want to get rid of the x. With sign, we can put 9 middle to get rid of it, which is minus, right? So that's a 0. 24y minus 13, that's about 1. Look at 12.
11.
No,
11.
not 12, 11.
11.
Yeah, 11, sorry. That's 3 from 4. And then 122 minus 89. 9 from 12, that's a 3. 8 from 11, 3. Correct, go borrow 1, right? So that means, yeah, you're correct. The y will equal to 3. Which you did up here. So that's correct. So we need to figure out the cost, the weight, the mass for this. So we can substitute in any one of the equation. We use the top one as the numbers look smaller. So 5x plus 12y equals 61. We know the value of y to be 3. So anywhere we see y, we're going to replace it with 3. And we know that the bracket means to multiply. So we can expand the bracket now. 12 times that gives us 36. And then we have 5x plus 36 equals 61. So we just subtract 61 from both sides, so I want to get x by itself.
Yes, sir, a 61 with a subtract or 36 on both sides?
6 from 11 left 5, 3 from 5 left 2. I have to borrow 1, right? And then divide by 5, so x is equal to 5. Well done. But we see if we can do one more page, guys, because my eyes them literally. I will post the video on YouTube because I think we've been here about 3 hours now.
Sir, one the question.
Let's see if we can match up at least some other page here. My eyes them kind of shut down. All right, it's a right as a fraction in its lowest term. I was doing these on TikTok the other night, so I think everyone should be able to do these. And then it says, finish already, Ren?
Yes, I remember I sent it in the group this morning.
Oh, this wasn't at this. So why we at this?
Yes, sir.
You guys didn't work it out. I must see alone and somebody else had sent me, but I was at school, so I never get, because the writing wasn't so beautiful. I couldn't make it out, and then I had to be voice noting and saying what's that, what. Guys, you guys don't know how to write on the paper itself, like, cause when I was at online class and I send work to my students, they used to send it back in PDF, so it was so easy to, because it was literally beside it, it was so easy to read. I don't know if you guys can do that. That would make more sense. Because when you write, guys, and you jump up the writing, sometimes I don't even know the question when you guys send it to me sometimes. So if you could just work it out and so. And guys, you want to do your work neat. So did the person do this in the group?
Maybe this.
I could do a couple of them and then we finish, all right? But tomorrow we can do the other 8 pages. So we have 8 more pages, you know. Guys, you know, if you shy on education, you know, just do now for the one. So the LCM would be 12, right? And then 3 into 12 goes 4 times. Actually,
So
that
now
school,
we
man.
does that mean?
Actually, me not with the school, we couldn't get the
Okay, no problem, no problem.
link you back right here, Rennie. As I saw that you do it, you know, I know you're going to do it, though. 4 2 is 8. And then we say 4 into this goes 3 times. 3 times x. Big bad English tomorrow. And then 3 times 1, 3. So we group the like terms. I like them here, guys. I'm posting the group. We should not go over it again. We should just, you know, I think probably we could just post in the group and persons compare. 4x plus 3x. You know, 2 years ago I had a class where everybody get one. You know, it was just like that, you know. I would just literally just come class, set some questions after we complete the syllabus, and then we just discuss it. This is what I got, Ren. 7x minus 5 over 12.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sir.
Yeah.
Excuse
As we have to group the like terms, so we
Yes, sir.
add 4 and 3, and then -8 plus 3, -5. All right. So that's always and see, guys, that's where 3 marks here.
Sir.
2. Yeah, Benny. Oh,
Sir, are you ready? Sir.
yeah, man, go ahead now. We're hearing.
Can you do one where you the first fraction, so the denominator would become x2 and the numerator is 3?
Not sure what you're saying.
Sir, can you do one of the fractions where the denominator would be x minus 2 and the numerator would be 3 plus the numerator for the other one is x plus 1. The denominator is 4.
Oh, like when there's something there that it's the same procedure except that this would be the denominator. I did a million of those the other night, you know.
Sir, so the lowest common multiple would be x minus 2, and we would also put the 4 there as well.
Let me see if I this here. Something like this you're talking, where this is a denominator. That's what you're talking like this.
Something like that, but I want the second one is 3 over x plus 5 will be x plus 5 over 3. And the first one is the same.
You guys heard what she said? I think she's breaking up.
Oh, she's breaking up.
Oh, I think from my end. I know you're saying some things, you know, but I don't.
So you hear me now?
No, we are not. I hear
Okay.
you say. Probably have to go restart the router or something.
Excuse me, sir.
So the part where you have 3 over x plus 5, could you interchange them for x plus 5 over 3?
But I don't have no 5 we're talking. Because I don't have a 5 here, you know. Probably have a specific question I give problem, but I don't have any 5. So that's why I'm so
Minus
confused.
plus 3 over x plus 5.
Sir, to the far right, that's where she's talking.
All right. That one you make up over here, sir?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man, you would make this be the LCM. X
No, sir,
minus
I want you to flip the second part. So it would be x plus 5 over 3.
I don't understand, guys. I don't know if the others understand what you're trying to say. I'm not understanding.
Sir, so you would rewrite the
I'm not understanding what they're trying to say.
so you'd rewrite it, or you'd say 4 over x minus 2 plus x over 5, x plus 5 over 3. So I go flip the second, that.
But that couldn't, but you wouldn't do that though, because guess what? Only when you are dividing, you could do that. You change it to multiplication and reciprocate.
No, sir, she's saying that she wants you to try it, not she just wants you to work that one out. So we're not talking about the division or anything. So we just want you to do one where you plus them, but it's the x plus 5 over 3.
But if he does that, there wouldn't be an LCM for the both of them because the x minus 2 would be
hold on. Me kind of, me just a pick up what she probably has said. Look, I think this is my what I get from it. You want to say, instead of having the LCM down here, so you have put this up here, so if I know this, me give up. Think that's why you're
Yes, sir, that's it.
Bomba! So this takes so long to explain.
Yes, you're not hearing on my internet. It's not good. So
oh. So all right. So the LCM, LCM could be the product of this same way. As once you add and subtract, you have to find the LCM. Me just understand what you say. Jesus, yo, you give me a headache. So this could be the LCM. And then you say this into this would leave times 3. And then you put back your plus, because I just natural numbers that alone. And then 3 into this would leave x minus 2. So you're going to end up with a cranny thing here, so you have to go expand it. You have to do an expansion here, so. See, so I could not give you that though. Unless I divide and you can cancel, because how much marks that to the work? Because you'd have to expand x plus 5 times x minus 2. But I just understanding what you're saying. Oh God. No man, I just understand. If it's division, they might do that, but I doubt they will do something like that. But if they do, you would have to expand all of this. See, I'm gonna end up with x squared plus 5x or 3x minus 10. Some crazy something upon this. But then again, I can put it past C second. Anything to make you feel. I would do anything. But I'm just understanding it now. Sorry it took me so long.
no problem.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
I was saying if I could do a vector question before I go sleep.
No, we are gonna do them here. We don't want to do them here. I think because she kind of went off. Because I was interested to see what was bothering her. So I think she probably just make up that and say, what if that comes?
No, actually, sir, I did not. It's on one of my college tests. I'm like, why are they giving that to me?
Okay. Yeah, but this could work. Probably if you could find the actual question and send it to me, that would be interesting too.
Right.
Yeah. All right, B now. Write an equation in X to represent each statement below. Do not solve the equation.
So X plus 4 is equal to,
First, never see them do something like this. Oh, then just want to write the expression.
yeah.
When 4 is added to a certain number, the result is the same as halving the number and adding 10.
So you know, I read that as having. That's I read that as having the number and adding 10. But it's
No,
not
but
having.
I have a HAL that too.
Yes, sir, but I read it as having.
Oh, but you look like a halving, right? Like half.
Yes, sir, it is.
Yes, sir, it is.
So what's the solution? So it's when 4 is added to a certain number and the result is the same as, so we can just make the number be in. So it should have be
Sir,
n.
but it say write an expression.
It's not
Eight.
an, you're right, you have to write the expression, not solve the equation.
Oh,
Yeah,
X. Oh, X. Sorry,
yes.
sorry. We never see that part that we say X. So X them on, X them get. So them say X when 4 is added to a certain number and the result, so results are gonna be equal. Result is same as half in the number.
Same like half X plus 10.
So you have half X plus the 10. Then say enough is solve it, so left it. They're not care about
First, like couldn't. Oh shit. I'm sorry. So it couldn't be 1/2 times X.
yeah, that's a half. Both of them is the same. Dividing by 2 and multiplying by a half is the same. Them say they don't want you solve it, so leave it. Alright, so only 1 mark, so they don't really care to solve it. Or if I can solve it. You just want the expression. Alright, squaring a number. Oh, they want to use X for all right. So squaring a number and subtracting 6. I must give my prep students this, you know, for there or something. So I'm gonna take off them too. Squaring a number and subtracting 6 is the same result as doubling the number and adding 9. It is to step by step with them. So. Double mean by 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, so John drew the diagram below to show what he was thinking. So input X, multiply by 3, add 5, output Y. Use this information from the diagram to write the formula for Y in terms of X.
3x plus 5 equals y.
Wait, one kind of, because I was showing my prep students them this, you know. Sorry for the drawing, guys. I know my strength.
Sir, so set it out.
Yep. Probably them not ask if you do that, but I was showing my steps, my prep students this. It should be like this, right? This is how you do it, Ren, or you just kind of look at it and say, yeah.
Just look at it.
How I looked at it was 3 by x and plus 5 gives the output, which is y.
All right. So if we are write it out then, since as you guys are bigger, it would be x multiplied by 3. That's 3x plus 5 equal y, right? That's what they are saying. So y is equal to 3x plus 5. So they want the inverse of it. So it's gonna be, look, you add 5 minus 5. You multiply by 3. That means if you divide by 3. And then you have x minus 5 over 3. Now the box is not so good enough. But you could work with this too. But this is the whole idea of it. So the younger kids, they're supposed to know the flow chart like this. See? They're supposed to know it like this. So you see each box, you do the opposite. So you're plus 5, you're minus 5. You multiply, you divide, and so on and so on. But we could solve it from here.
If only we did get them easy sum up and sexy.
A past paper this here. So this should actually be the inverse. X minus 5 over 3. I just like function, you know. And then them say no. If the number 4 is input, what number would be the output?
Sir, 17.
If the number 4, remember the inverse you are going to use, you know. That's my interpretation. You say use the information to write a formula for y. So you make y the subject. So now you are going to put 4. So I think you're going back to the original. You see?
I thought we're just working from there.
Well, if they said this, it's like a follow-up question. Well, that's my interpretation. So you guys would have to tell me what you think. You think it's the original one they asking about? John drew the diagram below to show what he was thinking. See, you can be so stupid sometimes. At least you can have two interpretations if you true, you know. Because you cannot everything say a number here. As I this might think, right? So probably they must say, all right, you might think about it, just find the inverse for that. But or go back to the original when they think and put 4, what would be the output?
Sir, I went back to the original, but I do also see from your point as well.
Yeah. So if you get this in an exam, do two of them guys. Because honestly, I'm not 100% sure which they're asking for. So it could be the original, you know, because then can just say find the inverse or whatever. Go back to the original and put 4 in there. And then say if the number 8 was output, what number was the input? So it could be. So which one you work with?
Sir, the original. Sir, but hold on.
The original much easier. So you guys would want to work with that of course. But it's 1 mark. It's 1 mark though. So I'm thinking it's probably original for real because it's just 1 mark. So instead of you have to work out that, you just punch it in.
Sir, but if we were to use the inverse is y equal x minus 3 over 5, right? Over 3, right?
Yeah.
So that's 4 minus 5 divided by 3.
Yeah, -1 over 3. But I think probably it's the original
Yeah.
So I think you guys are more correct than me. They could just want to find the inverse of this one, and then they say, listen, go back to the original, punch 4 in there. And then they say, if the output are 8, what was the input? You understand? So I could do that. So after we find the inverse, which is x minus 5 over 3, we go back to the original. But I think they should be more specific because they can have two interpretations of it. Well, they didn't say hence. So if normally when they have a follow-up, then that's a hence, put 4 in it. So yeah, I think it's the original. And I think the original is much easier to work with. So I'm going to work with it. So we have 2x, what was it? 3x, so y equal. And you see, because I'm not putting no value, it's like them not say find x, that's why. So them say put 4. So as I said, it will be 17. 3 4 is 12 plus 5. 12 plus 5, 17. And then they say now, if the result, if the output, they say if the output was 8, what number was the input? So we have 3x, so that's the y now, 3x plus 5 equal 8. Still I get a fraction. Because I think you guys running from the fraction. No, 8 minus 5. So 3 over 3. So I think of this. That's
Sir,
it up nicely.
sir,
Yeah.
so why couldn't it be -1? Like, I worked it out.
All right, you answer that question. Could y be -1?
Sir, my work out different.
Yeah, but could it be -1? Answer the question. You don't want to answer though. It couldn't be -1 because 3 times 1 will give you -3. You see it? And when you add 5, you now get the output for them say. Remember, you know, them say if we give you 8.
Okay, so it's just that I brought
Yeah.
but you bring the 8 over the next side. That's what I did.
Yeah, you know, say from the first time they never even asked if you do not inverse though. Look, I hear so them ask, you know, them say reverse the formula written at C1. So to them that's why you write down the original formula, yes. Yo, so I'm tired too. Guys, they only wanted us to write the original formula here, so because they didn't say anything about no inverse. They only say use the information to write the formula for y. So y, yeah, in terms of x. I think what we were seeing, x in terms of what? But a y in terms of x. Yeah. And then we actually do the part here before. I'm gonna say, oh, then this is up the question like that. The question is perfect, man. Are we a problem? I guess probably too we so tired too. But it's a very nice question. I'll take it off from my pep students then. Not the inverse part, you know. Not showing the inverse part, but you know, just to put in the plug in and something. Yeah. But guys, it didn't say y in x in terms of y. A y is to make the subject. So that would have been y equal that. So that's why it worth 1 more. Alright. So guys, you're gonna stop here for tonight. Tomorrow we just kind of finish. Alright. We have basically about, let me take a run through what left. As honestly, I don't know what left. Me just know say, me just get some questions, some different matrices and vectors. So we can do that tomorrow. Everybody favorite circle theorem.
Everybody what, sir?
Favorite. And then a little tally, that never bad, that look easy. Of vectors. Oh, this one graph. Oh, guys, I just grab questions. I don't really know where the point. I have the trigonometry and bearing. And that trigonometry. So almost every topic left. So tomorrow we can go through this here. So I will post this video about 3 o'clock or 3:30. And then we can come on 7, all right?
Okay, sir. Fine.
Because I'm gonna have some overseas people 6 o'clock. If them cancel, I will come on 6. I wouldn't mind.
6 p.m. or
Yeah.
6 a.m.
No, 1 p.m.
Oh,
Remember say English, you know. Remember say I have English. Remember English exam tomorrow? So I have to consider that, and then in the evening we can miss. Plus me have regular school too, guys. So you know it already.
okay, thank you.
Yeah. So we will link up tomorrow, definitely. Let me stop record. I mean I want it to start recording. And now we will have little vibes.